Hey everybody, looks like we got it on the second try today. Sorry about that. If you were watching the regular Kitten Academy live stream, then you just saw I came into the room and these kittens were all napping and they immediately leapt up and started mewing and just mewing and mewing and mewing and trying to get my attention with everything they had. It's awesome how excited they are whenever I come in here. It's really sweet. And then they all climbed straight into my lap and now they're wrestling. So I should have started the stream before I came in so you guys could experience that. I guess I will, I guess I'll try that next time if I can remember to do it. Hi, Gabby. You're a sweetheart too. So, running a little late this morning. I got up a little late and then I had to take care of some emails and some other stuff before we could get to the close-up stream. Plus, I spent a lot of extra time in here cleaning the room because Gabby decided to have a little vomit fest this morning. I'm not sure why. She ate more afterwards and she seems like she's keeping it down just fine, so I don't think she's sick. But you know how cats are. Sometimes they'll get a little something, or maybe she had a hairball, or who knows what, and vomited just everywhere all over the room. So yeah, I see people talking. The big news, of course, today is that Brooke got adopted last night, and it's wonderful. It's a little bit bittersweet, I guess. I missed seeing her this morning, but I'm really really glad that she's got a new home now. She needed it. She really did. She's been here for almost. I guess it's been about 7 months. Somebody could correct me on that. But I think it's been about 7 months. And if you remember, when we brought her in, she had her little kitten Pebble with her, and she stayed with Pebble for about a month, and then she was done. We brought in also Fern, Thistle, and Moss, three other kittens, and we brought them in with the idea that we would put them together with Pebble and Brooke and have one big happy family. And if you remember, Brooke was not having it. She was like, I don't even like kittens that much, and you didn't ask me before you came up with this brilliant plan. So it was right about that same time then that she decided that she wanted to move into our guest bedroom. And we kept Pebble with Fern, Thistle, and Moss, and Brooke went off on her own and stayed for 6 months then, roughly 6 months in the guest bedroom. Of course, she got to come out and explore every day, but that was her home base. And I think it's just wonderful that she finally has more than just a room to herself. She's got the whole house. Her new adopters don't have any other cats, which is exactly the way that Brooke likes it. And they seem like really sweet people who they were very deliberate about their decision to adopt Brooke. They weren't. I like the fact that I really like it when somebody takes the decision to adopt the cat very seriously because it's a long commitment adopting a cat. I guess sometimes it's a long commitment just fostering a cat, but no, 6 months is nothing compared to, you know, Brooke could live another 20 years for all we know. And so that's not a decision to be taken lightly, and I'm glad that they didn't. But I'm also very glad that they did decide to adopt her. And her adopter has said that they will probably join us on the Discord chat, which we know is not an obligation for anybody. We don't expect anybody to join the Discord chat, but we love it when they do. And I hope that her adopter does. But she already sent me some pictures last night and an update after they got home to say that Brooke was settling in just fine and had already had dinner at the new place, and that she only spit up a little on the way home, that she didn't, make the kind of messes that we know Brooke has made in the past when she travels. Of course, they only had to go a half an hour, and I'd given her an anti-nausea ahead of time, so hopefully that all worked out to help prevent any disasters on the first night. But she sent pictures of Brooke and in the new place, and it was wonderful to see her there, and she looked very happy. So all in all, a great story, and I wouldn't call it an ending to the story, of course. It's really just the beginning of the story, and I hope we get to hear a lot more of it. I expect that we will, one way or another. She seems like she will join the Discord, but even if she doesn't, she seems like she'll certainly keep me informed of how Brooke is doing, which is all I can ask. So, um, what else is news then? That's the big news, of course. Brooke finally got a home. I can't believe it. And I know I'm not the only person in the world that feels a little bittersweet about it. I know actually some of the fans feel that way every time, and I can't blame them. But also Ed, of course, who always just wanted what was best for her, and I think he's got that. So he's a great guy though, just really noble about the whole thing, and completely awesome. I can't say enough about that, and so I'm not gonna. Um, Yeah. So these kids are obviously growing like crazy and active like crazy. And when I came in this morning to clean up after Gabby, uh, they came out yelling and screaming and trying to chase after me just like before. And I was sitting outside of the Great Barrier, and so not Gabby, Blarney, this is Blarney, climbed right over the barrier without hesitation to come see me. And then I put Blarney back inside the barrier so I could clean more, and again, right over the barrier to see me. So it made me feel kind of special that Blarney's like, I got to see that guy, even if it means I'm climbing over the impassable barrier. Uh, and she was the only one that figured it out. Although the others tried a little bit, they didn't make it over. Blarney's the one that just right over like it was nothing. So I think the practical upshot of that is that today I will be probably tearing down the barrier. I've got to clean things up in here a bit to make that happen, and there's wires I've got to put away that are safe enough for Gabby, but probably not great for her kittens all the time. And I noticed they haven't really been in the box the last couple of days. Of course, I just walked in and they were in the box, but that was an exception. So I think at the same time, I'll go ahead and take the box down, as cute as it is. I think it's probably time for that to go, and that'll give us more options for where to place the cameras around the room. And of course, we'll spend another couple days trying to figure out where the kittens are going to be and getting the cameras in the right spot so that they're not off camera all the time. The eternal struggle, but we'll figure it out. So I think that'll be today. You guys have seen, yeah, we put two of the animal beds in the room, and they have been using these a lot. That's basically where they live now. I should probably get a third one in here just so that they have plenty of spaces to choose from. And we've got the pig the pig still needs its swinoplasty. I keep putting that off. Maybe I should really do it. And we've got the alligator bed too, that always seems like the least popular option. I can't imagine why. But yeah, I could bring another one of those in here after we tear the barrier down. We've got some more room. So that's part of the plan today. And of course, the other big part of my plan for today is to clean up Brooke's old room, the spare bedroom that she'd chosen and has been living in for 6 months. It doesn't seem that long, you know. It really just seems like yesterday that she decided to move in there, and I would go in there and lay down on the bed and watch movies and hang out with her. And uh, oh man, okay, I don't want to get into it. I really do miss her. So, um, but we all know. I guess it's worth reiterating for anybody that doesn't know all Brooke's story that she really did have to go somewhere else. We couldn't make her faculty. Not only because we've already got too many faculty, but especially because she didn't get along with all the faculty and she doesn't like kittens at all. And that's just not a good look for somebody that wants to live at a kitten academy. But she's a sweetie. Um, I got a lot of going on this morning. I got to knock that out of my vocabulary like fancy. So, last night, Belle and her three kittens were given full roam again. They were able to go anywhere they wanted in the house. I had their room open, and I had the master bedroom open, and I didn't encourage them to go anywhere in particular. I just let them make their own decisions. And as it happened, Beep came and spent the whole night snuggled up with me again. I guess that's sort of Beep's style. But the others didn't really. I don't know where they were because I wasn't watching, but I think that Klaxon and Foggy both decided to hang out with Belle in their room. At least that's my suspicion. And then when they heard me wake up in the morning, that's when they came up to see how I was doing, which was really sweet. Okay, I hardly know where to point the camera. There's so much cuteness going on here right now. Also, last night, Foggy decided to give me a heart attack. She got up on the banister upstairs, just like Ari does sometimes, and I don't even like it when Ari does it, even though he's a full-grown cat with a long history of walking back and forth on the banisters. Um, but Foggy did it. Oh my gosh, as far as I'm aware, the first and only kitten to do that. Even at the old house, I don't think any of the kittens ever did that. And it definitely gave me a fright, but she was fine. And I should say that she would be fine in any case. I just it gives me a fright. It's definitely something I see and I panic, but I don't think that's strictly warranted. I know that she was fine. And she's done it again since, actually. I think she did it once this morning that I missed seeing, and everybody told me that it's on the folks that are on our Patreon and our Discord have access to the house stream. Not all the time, I need to say that, so that if somebody is thinking about joining it specifically for that purpose, it's only there sometimes. But it's been running for a long time this time because I usually run it when DJ's gone, and she's been out for the better part of a month herself. But she will be back on Tuesday, and then we will not have the house stream for at least 2 weeks because she'll be home on vacation. So that won't be there, but it probably will be there until she gets home on Tuesday. Anyway, my point is that people were watching it. The folks on our Patreon and therefore on our Discord were watching it and saw Foggy doing her little high wire act again this morning. But, Foggy is just so floofy. She's like a fluffy little cloud. She would probably just float away. So, nothing to worry about, really. Still, gave me a fright. Hi, Scuttlebutt. Okay, well, we should weigh the kittens just like we always do, and then we're going to go out and see Belle and Belle's kittens if we can find them. And then we'll wrap this up, and I will get to all the chores I've got to do, the cleaning in here, the cleaning in Brooke's room, taking down the box, taking down the barrier, trying to reorganize all the cameras. Lots and lots of stuff to do today, which is nice. It's good to stay busy. Isn't it, Gabby? You stay pretty busy running around the room and playing. I was in here last night playing with that Z toy, the one that you've seen with all the kittens downstairs. I brought one in here, and it seems like it's a big hit with Gabby. And she would chase it around while I was swinging it, and then I would drop it, and she would pick it up and carry it around the room on the stick. It's ridiculous. That's Blarney there. I know it can be hard to tell. That's Blarney. This is Banter. Banter looks like she's winding up for a pounce. Oh no, she's just licking something on the rug. Oh, I should mention all three of these kittens ate the solid food from the bowl last night. I had to prompt them to do it, but all three of them ate a pretty good amount. So they're really starting to get into that, even though they still need a little bit of prompting to get it done. Now, if you're just going to lick that, why don't you lick this instead? This tastes better. Oh, I think she's got a crumb there. There you go. That's what I mean by a little bit of prompting. It doesn't take much necessarily. So that's Banter, and the one standing up here is Blarney, and then the one eating my foot is Scuttlebutt. Yes, I know it's a tasty foot. I got my Star Wars holiday socks on that I think Maya Bastet sent these socks to be um, for the kittens to wear when they were done with their surgery because that was the time before um, Karen had made the little tiny kitten size surgical suit, and I was putting socks on. I don't remember which kitten it was, but I had to put a series of socks on them, and she sent these socks, and they arrived just like a day too late to put on the kitten. But it seems like because we've only got the one kitten size suit, and we've got three girl kittens going in for their surgery on Wednesday. By the way, Belle's kittens going in for their surgery on Wednesday. It seems likely we're going to see some more socks in use. Maybe even these socks, but don't worry, I'll wash them first. Okay, let's get some weights. Hang on here. Oh, hello. All right, who's going to go first? Scuttlebutt, since you're right here, do you want to go first? Pal, let's get your eyes in the light. Oh, look how pretty your face is, Scuttlebutt. Look how calm you are being held up, too. I guess you're starting to get used to it. That's good. Practice makes perfect, doesn't it? Little Scuttlebutt girl, 17.5. Don't put your finger on the scale there, Gabby. 17.5 for Scuttlebutt. And if you are looking for a visual guide to telling the kittens apart, Scuttlebutt is gray with the bold classic tabby sort of stripes, not the thin mackerel tabby kinds of stripes. And then also, of course, white that goes all the way, covers the front legs are completely white, as well as the belly and a little bit of the shoulders. So that's how you tell Scuttlebutt, as opposed to the next closest looking kitten is Blarney. And we do think they're all girls now, by the way. And you can tell Blarney apart because she's got the same sort of classic tabby patterning, but her white doesn't go up onto her shoulders or even onto her legs. It's just her feet and her belly and a little bit of her face. But you can see the legs here are all patterned with big bold stripes. So pretty. Okay, so Blarney. You can also tell Blarney apart. Oh, hang on. 18. Okay, 18. Blarney weighs 18. You can also tell Blarney apart because Blarney is the one that is the first out of the box and the first onto my lap and the first over the barrier. So if you see her doing something first, it's probably Blarney. Finally, we have Banter, and you can tell Banter apart because she is a brown tabby. So the other two you can see are gray. And I know the colors here aren't great on this camera, but this is more, see it now, like a tan brown color. And also she's much darker. Her black is a much darker black, where the other two girls are a little bit more of a lighter gray. So that's the way to tell her apart. Look at those eyes. Oh my gosh, that brown is so lovely on you. And you can also tell her apart because she's the one that lays on her back and waves her arms in the air. So if you see that happening, 19.1, we'll go with 19.1. Who knows how long that behavior is going to keep up, by the way. I'm just joking when I say those kinds of things. But that is her trademark move so far. Hi, yes, Gabby, you don't have to grab her. Oh boy, her face is so pretty in that sunlight, isn't it? So pretty. Banter. Look at those eyes. I know, she looks so confused too. She's like, what is going on? I don't want to be sitting here. I know, I know. Okay, here we go then. Oh, okay, Gabby's gonna grab her anyway. Oh, Gabby. Grabby. We should have named you Grabby. You're so grabby. You're grabbing me. You grab the kittens. You do that a lot. Little grabby Gabby. Yeah, there's a little grab. And a leg. Yes, well, you're a great mother. Yes, you are. You're a very good mom. And I know I've said this in plenty of previous streams, but I never know when new people are watching. that I know she does seem like she's grabbing them kind of hard sometimes, but she does it to me too, like I said, and I've also stuck my hand in there to sort of see how she's doing when she's doing it to the kittens, and she's actually very gentle. And as you can see, she does it, and then she licks them. Hey, what are you doing over here? Everybody else is eating with mom, and you're trying to clean up the crumbs on the floor when you got the whole food dish right here in front of you? At least eat from the food dish. Either that or let's move over by mom. This is Scuttlebutt again, by the way. Okay, Scuttlebutt, then let's go move over by mom since that's where both your sisters are. Oh, but mom stood up now. Oh, oh, okay. All right, well, let's go check real quick on Belle and her kittens, and then we'll wrap this up so that I can get to all my work. Oh, and breakfast and more coffee. I need all those things. Let's do that. Oh, okay. All right. What? Yeah, oh, so much yelling. They got their own little water dish here that they've all walked in. And it looks like they're pretty good at drinking out of it now. That was Scuttlebutt just having a sip. Good job. Can you call it a sip when a kitten takes a little lick? That's not really sipping, is it? I'm going to stick with it anyway. Blarney's trying to play with mom. Oh, I know. And Gabby's trying to play with me. Gabby, don't worry. We'll get lots of play in, but you're going to be pretty distracted in a few minutes. Oh, oh my gosh, did you see that? Blarney running, well, trying to run. They're all getting to be very playful. I bet they're going to be super crazy playful kittens just because their mom is so big on play. Look at that floof. Look at that. You think that's going to be a long-haired kitten? You think she's just got like a fuzzy way now that she's this age. There's Scuttlebutt in the kitten litter box, but she's just chewing on the edge of it, of course. That's pretty typical. That's why we use the safe to eat litter for the kitten litter box, even though we much prefer clay litter for the older kittens and the cats. They always end up chomping on it. Okay. We'll be back, Gabby. I'll be back. Okay? I'll be back. Don't you worry. So here's Smokey. She just got out of her heated bed. This is the other heated bed because the first one is in the wash. Somebody threw up in it yesterday. So that's okay, though. Thanks to whoever sent us this heated bed for Smokey, by the way. She really likes it. Yes, I know. There's Acro. Oh, you probably can't see him too well because he's in the shade right there. Okay, he's just going to sit back there. That's fine. And there's Custard. Hey, Custard Doodle. Yes, well, meow to you too, pal. Okay. I don't know what you saw. And here's the family all hanging out together. Klaxon just jumped down, though. Klax, come back up here so I can sit here and film you kids for a second. Okay. So, as you know, we've got Klaxon and we've got Foggy, our high wire artist. And then we've got Beep back here. Boop, beep, boop. Beep, boop, beep, boop. A little more one for you too, Foggy. Oh, okay. We've got Klaxon putting her tail right in front of the camera so we can't see anything. And then we have Mom, Belle, and Jubal, of course, her favorite kitten, Jubal. So Belle's still wearing her secret agent suit. She's wearing that specifically so that the kittens don't try to nurse on her stitches because she just had her surgery on Tuesday. And she seems like she's doing quite well in the secret agent suit. Then the three kittens just had their final vaccines yesterday, so that went well. And like I was saying, the three kittens here are going to have their surgery on Wednesday the 6th. Wednesday the 6th. And then in theory, Custard, what is this? Wow. Good job, Chonker. In theory, anyway, they would be ready to go to their adopters. Custard, this doesn't look like a great idea. So the kittens then will get their sutures out 10 days after their surgery, so that would put it around the 16th. And then they would be eligible to be picked up by their adopters anytime after the 16th. However, there is a chance, I should tell you, that Clax and Beep at least will go a little bit earlier than that. We haven't worked it out yet, so I don't know exactly what the date will be for them. But their adopters have put the idea out that they would like to get them sooner if possible and then have the sutures out at their own vet, which is something I'm fine with as long as people, really make sure they take care of it, which I know they will. They're very, very excited about Beep and Clax, and who could blame them? They're such sweet kittens. So I love that level of enthusiasm too. It's just really a sign of great adopters. So we're going to try to accommodate that if we can. Custard, you just going to hang out up there now? Wow. Well, watch your balance, buddy. Chunky buddy. All right. Hey, I think that's everything for news. And I got plenty to get done today. And I've said a lot during this. I need to stop with that. And Boy, that's something for me to work on. Isn't it, Belle? Yes, you look like you're judging me for it. Look at that judgy face from Belle. Oh my gosh. I feel judged. Um, mm-hmm. I guess that's it. Thank you guys so much for joining me and especially for joining the kittens this morning. And thanks to everybody who helped us try to find the right adopter for Brooke. I do really appreciate everybody's effort on that. It took a village this time. And I'm not even sure exactly how the people that eventually did adopt her came through to us through Dawes. Of course, I know that much, but who knows how they found that. But I'm really glad they did. And I definitely owe thanks to all of you, regardless of how they actually came in, because everybody made an effort. And I really do appreciate it. So thank you for that. And if you want to keep watching the kittens, of course, you can tune into the Kitten Academy live stream right here on YouTube any old time and watch the kittens. And probably today get a good chance to watch me cleaning up the room with Gabby and taking down the barrier and trying to figure out where to put the cameras and all that kind of stuff. And of course, once again, thank you to the mods in the chat, not only for moderating, but also for being so informative and posting links and answering questions when I don't see it in the chat, because I try to read all the chat during these things, but I don't always do a very good job of it. It's a lot to keep up with. But thank you to the mods for helping with that so much. That's it. We'll wrap it up here. And tomorrow is still Saturday, which means we won't be doing the close-up, at least in theory. We will be doing mailbag instead. Mailbag happens on the regular Kitten Academy live stream at 10 a.m. our time. That's 10 according to the clock on the screen on the Kitten Academy live stream. And I hope to see you there. Then on Sunday, we will do another close-up with kittens.